What is up, investors? Jason here, and in this video we're going to be covering the blockchain mining stocks. As you guys know, I like doing at least one video a week, doing an overview of what we're seeing in the whole blockchain mining industry, what we're seeing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Cardano, etc. Kind of just going over what we're seeing with the blockchain miners. So let's take a look at what we're seeing in this whole space, kind of give a rundown on any sort of news that is out there, and hopefully we'll be seeing a change here soon. Things have been pretty bad, and especially at this current moment, we're not really seeing a whole lot of green at all in the entire crypto space. So hopefully we have some good news coming in the future, but there's still a lot of negativity out there that is still really affecting it, so we need to be talking about that. So as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or just simply press that like button. You know that helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Help spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're interested in Patreon, supporting this channel even more, and joining the private Discord, I have one. Link is in the description. Thanks to all the Patreons. Now let's get to it. So looking at the cryptocurrencies, pretty much everything is in the red at this moment right now, as far as all the ones that I'm following, and especially for the main ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Cardano, which are the main ones that I'm really interested in right now. Now do a quick 5-day overlook. Now we can see that there has been a good amount of selling off going on Bitcoin. We thought that, we're going to start seeing this thing trending back up, and I really had pretty high expectations that we were going to see Bitcoin go back over $35,000, and that was not the case. That ended up not happening. We saw a large sell-off going on with Bitcoin, and pretty much losing out of all those gains that we made from over the weekend. Now, looking at what we're seeing with Ethereum, same situation. We've actually been seeing a whole lot of selling off going on in Ethereum at this moment, especially on July 12th. We saw a good amount of selling off going on that day. Looking over at Dogecoin, man, Dogecoin is kind of give and take right now. We've been seeing Dogecoin go to below 20 cents, then we see it go up to 25 cents, and it's kind of just a back and forth type thing. But I still even have really high expectations for Dogecoin. I'm still very bullish on Dogecoin. I think that this one still has so much opportunity in the time to come. Just the whole crypto space in general is just down. And that's something that doesn't really fear me that much. And I like the bulls out there that are talking about Dogecoin and saying, hey, they're still rooting for it to do really well. They're still buying it. They're buying the dips, etc. I'm in that same place. I really have a whole lot of faith that we're going to see good things that come from Dogecoin, because it's kind of like they've been the underdog meme coin, and it's really a lot better than a lot of the other coins that are out there. But one that I do really like, and I've been saying this, is Cardano. I really like Cardano, and it's really been doing a lot of big things here recently over these last couple months. I really like everything that's been going on with Cardano. I like the whole proof of stake part of it, and as far as the whole smart contracts, a lot of benefits there with this. And I think that as we do see crypto start getting better and better, and things start rebounding with it, I think Cardano is one that will be the one to watch as far as things go with that. I really think that we can really be seeing a really large breakout with it, but time will tell what happens with that. Now, of course, with the cryptos being down, we're seeing the blockchain miners all in the red as well. All the ones that we're following: Mirror, Riot, CleanSpark, Cut A, SOS, the 9, Hive Blockchain, and Argo Blockchain. We're seeing them all in the red. And some people have asked, and I want to make sure I address this, why would I buy the blockchain mining stocks right now other than buying the actual cryptocurrencies? What are the benefits if when the cryptocurrencies are down, we see the blockchain miners down? And part of that is true. We do see the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum really have a big impact on the blockchain miners that are mining those particular ones. But at the same time, there are other benefits there to actually investing into the blockchain miners. And the reason is because one is the hash rate right now. So the hash rate is easier. They're upchaining even more Bitcoin. It's not just the price of Bitcoin is down, they're going to get even less money. That's not the case. They're mining more, they're obtaining more at a value right now. When the price of Bitcoin goes up, you think about all that Bitcoin that they've mined, then their balance sheet of what they have goes sky high. And another question is, people are wondering, well, they don't sell their Bitcoin. A lot of them don't sell what they have, and that is something that could be bad, if they're going to be doing it that way. And I say, that's not really what's going on. They're not selling it for the reason is because they're obtaining interest on what they're holding. That's being loaned out. It's a service that they have. They get like a 4% interest on it. And so that's another revenue stream that comes in. So mining is one revenue stream. The interest on it is another revenue stream. And the other part about these companies and why I invest in them is because of the entire ecosystem of the blockchain itself. They're blockchain miners. That doesn't just mean that they're only obtaining the Bitcoin. The entire Bitcoin, Ethereum, every transaction, all that, everything part of the blockchain is all done in part with this. That cracking those codes, all that stuff is how Bitcoin is running, how Ethereum is running. So that's the entire system. So if you're looking at it as a long-term thing, if you're looking at Bitcoin in the long term, Ethereum in the long term, somebody is going to have to always run that, and that is these guys. So for just for anybody that didn't know that, I hope that makes some sort of sense, and that is why I invest into them. And just to put into perspective of what we are seeing, just for Riot, for example, because this news wasn't out last week when I was talking about them, that Riot reported that in June they produced 243 Bitcoin, an increase of approximately 406% over its June 2020 production, where it only produced 48 Bitcoin during that time. Now, to look at this number right now at what Bitcoin currently is worth, let's say around $34,000. With them mining 243 Bitcoin, that comes out to almost $8.3 million is the amount of money that they mine in Bitcoin. Remember, they're also loaning that out also for an interest rate that they're obtaining. So on hand, total right now, Riot Blockchain has approximately 2,243 Bitcoin, all of which were produced by its mining operations. And this is the same thing kind of going on with all these different blockchain miners. They're all in different amounts that they're mining, but at the same time, they're all holding on to a lot of Bitcoin. So I think that we're going to really see some things really break out with these blockchain miners when we do see the price of Bitcoin go up. Now, right now, a lot of what we've been seeing with Bitcoin and Ethereum not being able to go up in value that much, it has to do with China because of the restrictions that's going on there. It's causing a problem with all these smaller mining operations that are still holding on to a lot of Bitcoin. And what they're doing is, as things get even more difficult for them, what they do is they end up selling off what they have, and that does dump a lot back on the market. And that's just been something that's been going on since May. We've been seeing a lot of it since then, and hopefully we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of that really causing an effect here in the future, because of course there are the other catalysts with Bitcoin. There's everything that's been going on with El Salvador adopting Bitcoin as a currency. Now there are some red flags that have been raised there. JP Morgan recently was pointing out some of those red flags. Now, one of the reasons why El Salvador wants to use Bitcoin as one of their currencies is that banking systems there in El Salvador are very poor. There's not that many of them, and so not a lot of people have access to them. So Bitcoin is a safe, secure way for people to be able to make transactions while still being able to have money that could potentially grow in value. Now, what JP Morgan is saying that is an issue with that is that all the transactions on Bitcoin with the people of El Salvador making could create stress on the blockchain. And there's also some other issues that have been put out there that are also a concern. And that is, a recent survey suggests widespread skepticism and hesitance on Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. And Bitcoin's high volatility poses a particularly large challenge in a biomonetary system alongside official dollarization and a persistent imbalance of demand for Bitcoin. US dollar conversions on the government platform could cannibalize onshore dollar liquidity and eventually introduce physical imbalance of payment risk. Now, for me personally, I only see El Salvador adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender as a good thing. I don't really see any sort of major problems coming from that. What I'm thinking about more so is the volume that would be going into Bitcoin, the positive volume that would be going into it, as that being something that can help bring that price up. And if we see a price increase with Bitcoin, we can see that price also go into the other cryptocurrencies as well, because Bitcoin itself does dictate a whole lot what the other cryptocurrencies are doing. So with that being said, I'm personally buying all these blockchain stocks still. The ones that I'm most bullish on at this moment is HUD-8, Hive Blockchain, and Riot. But of course, all the other ones I also like as well. So anyways, with that being said, I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys still buying these dips with these blockchain miners? Let me know. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you for watching.